How's it going? I'm Cosmo James, and it looks like Square Enix is doing some moves this time. And by that, I mean selling things. Yep. So, if it's your first time here, like, subscribe, and comment. It will be much appreciated. And let's get to it. So, as I was saying, Square Enix is selling off some of their companies. Well, the companies that work under them. And their IPs. Some of them. Not all of them. Not the big ones. Let's just say that. So, it looks like Embracer Group is acquiring Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal, and a catalog of IPs including Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, Legacy of Kain. Out of those 4 games, I've only played 2. I want you to guess which ones. So, it looks like it will also include more than 50 back catalog games from Square Enix. This will also potentially include Square Enix's Marvel game, Avengers, and the Guardians of the Galaxy, subject to licensing and holding agreements. That's pretty much Disney and Marvel. The total acquisition includes around 1,100 employees across 3 studios in 8 locations around the world. According to the Embracer, according to Embracer, the total purchase price will be $300 million on cash and debt-free basis to be paid in full at the closing. The deal is expected to close in the second quarter of this franchise year, between July and September 2022. Wow, that's pretty crazy. That's really soon, actually. A lot sooner than I thought it would be. It might be because it's a smaller company. Usually when it's bigger, it takes longer to figure things out. Or it just might be certain legal stuff or things like that. Yeah, this is going over my head, this part. In a press release, Square Enix said the deal enables the launch of new businesses by moving forward with investments in fields including blockchains, AI, and cloud. We'll have to see how that turns out. In addition, going forward, the company's development functions will compress in studios in Japan, Square Enix Internal Studios, and Square Enix Collective. The company's overseas studios will continue to publish franchises just Cause, Outriders, and Life is Strange. I always thought that was Ubisoft that made Just Cause. Alright, well, you learn something new every day. That's good. It seems like they're not getting rid of all of their Western IPs, just a good chunk of them. Stuff that they don't like anymore. In a separate statement, Square Enix America and European CEO Phil Rogers said Embracer is the best kept secret in gaming. Actually, that is very true. I did not see this acquisition coming at all. There's so many other things, rumors, speculations going around at the moment, that this one kind of just flew under the radar. But if you read into it, you kind of see it coming. It's one of those aha moments. Because I did talk about this a few months ago. I made a video talking about how the Guardians of the Galaxy game didn't do all that well. And also the Marvel game didn't do great. Well, Avengers. The Tomb Raider, the Ex Machina games were doing so-so. So it was kind of there already. It was gonna happen. It looks like Square Enix was just getting tired of making, full Western games. Also, they did come out with a statement about a week or 2 ago saying how they just want to if they focus too much on Western games, they're tarnished their legacy pretty much. And that should have clued a lot of people in. I can't believe it. I didn't see that. Nope. It's like finding out the killer is the mom all along. Crazy. But yes, I think this is good. I think it's good for everyone. I don't think Square Enix wanted this anymore, and that's the best thing to do. And Embracer might be able to bring new life to these IPs. And I say it's better that way. Crazy enough, I kept forgetting that Tomb Raider was owned by Square Enix. That's the big word right now. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. We're gonna have to see how this turns out. We'll have to wait and see more information and stuff like that. But I think it's gonna go through. It's a smaller, sell off. Usually the smaller things so happens to go through, and it's not a big company either. So I think it's gonna go through. We also got some news about Crystal Dynamics. It looks like Crystal Dynamics also put out a PR, piece. It's typical, but let's read it. Let me make it bigger. All right. Crystal Dynamics says a new chapter to our story begins as we announce a plan to join the Embracer Group family. Embracer Group will help propel us to great new heights as we continue to deliver exciting experiences from our beloved portfolios of franchises, as well as original concepts and IPs developed with partners. Thank you to our amazing fans for being part of our journey. The best is yet to come. Sounds good. I hope the best for them, and we'll see how things go. And that's it. That's all the Square Enix news. It was a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm sure more things will come out from this, so I cannot wait to talk about it. But until then, it's time to move on to the next thing. So, it looks like Peacock is acquiring Lionsgate streaming rights. That's interesting. I'm not surprised this is going on and stuff like that. But Peacock is looking to secure the lion's share of streaming entertainment, according to Hollywood Reporter. NBC streaming service has struck a deal with Lionsgate for all of the studio's 2022 movie releases. Yeah, it looks good. That's really about it. That's all I could say about this. They're getting all their movies, and here's some movies that are coming out this year that they're going to be on Peacock. This is what they're getting. The Hunger Game prequel. I actually didn't know there was a Hunger Game prequel. Huh. I'm going to have to talk about that. Not today, though. John Wick Chapter 4, Expendables. Oh, wow, the Borderlands movie? Huh. Interesting. A lot of other movies are going to be on the Peacock network. So, cool. I figured stuff like this will happen. I'm surprised Netflix didn't try to get this, but I guess they're trying their own thing. So, yeah, look forward, if you're a fan of Peacock, look forward to seeing Lionsgate's movies and stuff. Now on to our last bit of news. So, I wanted to talk about this last week, but I kind of just forgot. And by the time I wanted to talk about it, it was a little too late, and you know how news goes. But with new, information coming out, I think it's time to, circle back to it. If you didn't know, the original director that was going to direct Fast 10 was, he stepped down, Justin Lin. And people were wondering why. We'll get to that soon. But before we do, there was an announcement saying that they found a new director that's going to direct Fast 10. And his name was Louis Leterrier. I think I pronounced that right. Most likely not. But apparently he's worked on other movies, like some of the Marvel movies and the Transporter movies. So yeah, he's been around. So cool. Good for him. I hope he does a good job and all that stuff. That's really about it for this part. Now we get to the juicy stuff. Now let's find out why Justin Lin left Fast X. More information came out just recently, and I want to talk about this because this is juicy. So, it was only a matter of time before the real story behind Fast X director Justin Lin's departure came to light. A report from the New York Daily News earlier today hinted that it was over differences with actor Vin Diesel, and now the Hollywood Reporter is corroborating those reports with an in-depth story of its own. According to the THR, Lin's decision to quit was a spur-of-the-moment decision driven by differences of opinions over the script. Where Lin considered the script finished, Diesel and Universal apparently disagreed. The conflict apparently came to a head when Diesel showed up with additional notes on April 23rd, leading to a shouting match that ended with a slammed door. Lin quickly reached a settlement with the studio that would see him remain as producer. So yeah, that's really about it. It's interesting. These things usually don't leak. These things kind of just get, pushed under the rug and never talk about. So it being leaked, that's kind of big news. And it's going to be, makes you wonder if Justin Lin is going to be working in Hollywood anymore. Ugh. Well, the good thing is that he is still in good terms because he's going to be a producer. He's just not going to be directing anymore. So he might just move on from this after Fast X, or just keep producing under it, or move on to other movies. I don't know how many directors Fast and the Furious movies have have had over the years. Probably a good chunk of them. I also would say that he probably wanted to leave, the director chair for Fast X because Brie Larson was going to be in it. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm just being mean now. All right. Well, that's it. That's all the news for the day. It was a roller coaster. It was all over the place. I loved it. But that's it. Thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, because there will be more news, because there's always more news. Until tomorrow. See ya.